As you can see, we got the ducks up to the barn brooder and Mumbles the goose. And they are loud, so I'm gonna back up. So we also have the egger still up here, but it's pretty empty. We do not have the 14 meat chickens anymore. We got those out to the butcher, and he has them for now. We'll be getting them back for Echo's food here in a little while. But since we had the bed of the truck all done up to contain the birds, I decided to bring the ducks up to the brooder in the truck bed, just like we took the meat chickens out. So it worked out really well. We were able to get them all up here in one trip, and now they got all this open space for running around. But even more importantly, now that the ducks and the goose are up here, I'll be able to herd them out of the barn and take them out to the day pens where I keep the chickens right now during the day. They get to go outside, and the chickens get the right pen, and I have it closed off right now so the weeds and stuff can grow up in here, and the ducks will be getting the left pen here. Well, left facing out. So the chickens will go on the right and the middle for now because they get everything. I don't have another gate for that yet with the hinges, but I'll be mounting this gate and I'll be herding them in separately. I don't want the ducks to be with the chickens right now. I'll wait till they all get of size and all mature size before I start intermixing the whole flock. But they are now up here in the barn where the animals should be. All the farm animals should be up here in the barn. We got the pigs over here doing good, just chillaxing on a hot day. My pigs. My buddy. Hey little pig, how you doing? Yeah, my 4 pigs. Hey little one. How you doing, little barn swallow? You okay? Puppy, I'd eat. I'd eat, pup. There you go, bud. There you go. Keep having to rescue barn swallows from all around the barn here. They get stuck in here. But keep releasing them. Hey ducklings. I gotta get you all cleaned up and get a better system for these ducks. Obviously they're just gonna spill their bowl of water. I had them on a gravity feeding water system, but they knocked that off the block and the whole thing drained out all 3 gallons. So I just gave them a bowl so they had water for now, but I'm gonna have to work out a little water area for them because I want them to stay in this brooder for at least a week, maybe 2 weeks before I start putting them outside. I want them to know that this is their home up until the point that I get their duck house done. Then I'll move them outside into their new home, and they'll have their own outside run that I can attach to the house, and they'll be able to get their outside time from that house. They won't be actually in the barn because pretty soon the turkey are gonna have to be moving up here. Hey pigs, how you doing, pigs? Getting big, buddy. You are all getting big. You got Zeus is just a behemoth. Look at those shoulders on Zeus. It's like a 15-inch wide pig already. Massive, buddy. Get some food. Some food, pigs. Yeah. There's Happy Pig. Look at that tail go. Bending your elbow right in there, buddy. You're hungry, Happy. And we got Shy Pig. Wait, that's Zeus, Shy Pig, and Little Pig. Little Pig getting a drink. Puppy, would you leave Barty alone? My makeshift nesting boxes are, I think, a big failure. They don't want... Oh, no way! No way! Look at that. That is my first egg. My first egg. It's brown. That is so cool. Puppy. Puppy, we found an egg. This little brown egg might be from a black Australorp or a barred rock. I'm not real sure, but they both should be laying brown eggs, and they should be the first breed variety that's going to be laying here before the other ones. So that is awesome. I just had a tote with a divider, and then I have these cardboard boxes, and they didn't like using them. I don't think there's anything else in there. I threw a golf ball in there just to give them the idea that they can lay in there. This thing's a little chilled, so it must not have been laid right before I walked in here. But she did find a spot to lay an egg either way. Just gonna take a quick look around, see if I see any others. But that is cool. We got our first egg here from the egg chickens. I was even thinking that getting my egg chickens in February, I think I got them Valentine's Day week. And I was thinking of getting them that early because then I would be able to have eggs by 4th of July. Today is the 4th of July and I have my first egg. The ducks have a long way to go before they start laying eggs. But Mumbles is just starting to get his voice. I don't know if you can hear him over the ducks. He's just starting to get his voice. Mumbles. Bonnie's just scared the shit out of them. Oh, Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie, get out. You're scaring them. You're scaring them. You gotta get out. You gotta get out. You gotta get out. Just terrified the ducks by getting in there. Please, Bonnie. Chicks definitely scare ducks, huh? And we have another egg on the ground. Look at this. We got a bluish green egg. I think it was Green Queen because she just came out here flying. Where is she? Green Queen and this black chicken were outside the fence when I just came out. So I bet she just dropped that egg on her flight out of here. I got them back in here. So I'm gonna need to get myself an egg basket now because they're dropping eggs. I'm gonna check the rest of the area over here. See if these girls are trying to drop an egg anywhere in the barn here. This is gonna be a fun Easter egg hunt, huh, puppy? Okay, girls, you're doing good. Here's Green Queen right in here. That's one of my Green Queens. I think I have 3 of them, but I know she's a Green Queen for sure. And yeah, I don't know which one the other ones are, but 2 eggs. This green one is definitely still warm compared to the brown one. So maybe the brown one might have been laid yesterday and the green one today. Either way, they're for puppy. And I'll give you a little update on the turkey. I gotta be careful because every time I release the cage here, they all try and fly out. So I got them a bigger water so they'll be able to handle that. I can't use that for the ducks because they just keep spilling out gravity waters until all 3 gallons are gone. So I figured it'd work out for the turkey. Hopefully they're old enough that they won't drown in there. I don't think they're narcoleptic anymore where they just pass out. They are, I think, 2 weeks, maybe 3. I think they might be pushing 3 weeks now. So I gave them some grass and some grit in there that they'll be able to pick through so it's not boring inside here. They got their turkey feed. I had to cover up the gravity feeder up there because I keep finding a turkey inside of that bin. They always climb up in and get stuck. But these turkey have been a little bit of a handful compared to the chicks and the ducks. Now the chickens I had first, and they weren't too messy. I was able to keep them on the patio brooder, move them up here. I was able to handle them. They were a little skittish, but all in all they were pretty average. I'd consider the chicken to be like the baseline. And then the ducks were a lot messier than the chickens, so just managing the mess of the ducks was a little bit more difficult. They didn't really escape or anything, but they did grow a lot quicker than the chickens, so they had to be moved around a little bit more. Plus the big mess that they make, I had to keep giving them more space. Now the turkey, they are, I believe they're going on 3 weeks now, so they got moved up here to the shed brooder. The shed brooder here has more space than the patio brooder that is raised up that I made in a video. I've been using that just to bring in the chicks, and I can keep them on the patio with a camera and the heat and electric, and I can keep an eye on them a lot closer. But these little ones were jumping right out of the brooder while I was at work, and I'd be finding them outside. My dad found a couple and he had to wrangle them up and put them back in and secure that brooder down. So that is why we are up here in the shed brooder, which is just some shelving that I have for all my pots and stuff, my landscape material, and I manufactured into a little box here with a fence cage of wire shelving. So far they're staying in there. I had the ducks right here on the ground for 1 week, and the turkeys ended up I left this one cage down like I have it right now. The turkeys all jumped out. Half of them jumped out. Some of them were underneath the shelving all through all my stuff. See, I knew you were gonna do it. I knew you were gonna jump out here. Stay in there, Turk. But I also had 3 of them make their way out the door and around into the backside of the carport where there was a bunch of overgrowth. And Echo Pup helped. He doesn't eat these birds whenever they come out. Echo Pup's pretty good. Let eat. Don't bite. He's pretty good as long as, really he's the worst whenever I'm holding him. If it's on the ground hopping around, he doesn't really go for it. So he was helpful in the tall grass and weeds back there. What are you doing? What are you doing? You stay in there, guy. You stay in there. Echo Pup's been really good with these turkey. Whenever they hop out, he actually just follows them around, tries to find them. I'm gonna put this back up. I don't need to be chasing turkey today. I already got their water in there and their food. I gave them a big chunk of grass and sod that I shoveled up out of the yard, so they have something to forage in there. I don't want them getting bored and trying to escape the whole time. So I did have 3 of them escape out the door here, and they went around the corner all the way back there into the tall stuff. But I was able to go back there, find one of them, catch it. I had a white and 2 brown that were escaped out there. I brought the white one back in, and then when I went back out there, Echo was out there sniffing out the second one, and I was able to find that really easy because it is thick brush back here. I'd never been able to find them without Echo. You can see how thick it is in here. There's no way I'll be able to find a baby turkey. It was peeping and I was able to go through and try and get them, but this is just too thick. Echo was a huge help. I would have never been able to do it without him, especially as quickly as I did it. But I grabbed one, took it in, grabbed another, took it in, came back out, and Echo was sitting here watching the third one, so I was able to find it and get that one in safely as well. Grabbing the second one, I was coming back through here to throw it back in the brooder, and I found Bub standing here. So we had to get rid of Bub because if Bub sees them, if Bub sees the turkey, he's catching them all himself. He's not going to be helping me at all. He's just going to do it all himself, and I won't have any turkey left. So if I want to get these turkey to full size, I got to keep Bub away from them. I got to get this gravity feeder all cleaned out because this one's going to go up to the ducks. It's a 2-gallon feeder, so if they do mess it all up, it won't be a huge mess. I just try and keep them on a little bit less water than the turkeys and ducks because the ducks, or the turkeys and the chickens, because the ducks always need changed out. All right, I don't know what this video consisted of. I just kind of started filming when I got to the barn, and then I found some eggs, and then we were playing with some turkeys. So I was just giving a little update. So if you want to see some more of these animals on property and see some grow up, we did just get rid of 14 of the Cornish cross meat chickens yesterday. They went to the butcher, so I think that's one thing that sparked the egg layers to start laying. They were a lot more comfortable in there to actually drop an egg without the 12-pound Cornish cross meat chickens that I had in there. They were massive. But the butcher even said that they were too big for the cones that they put them in to drain the blood. So they were really big chickens. They were a week late to the butcher, but that's when he could take them. So they were all healthy. They made it in the back of the truck to the butcher, and he was able to get them all in before anything started happening with the heat. I'm really happy to get my first round of meat chickens all the way through from hatch day to butcher day. If you want to see some more things here at Whitt Acres, maybe the pond, the aquatics, or the gardens themselves, we do garden tours every week, so make sure you're subscribed down below. Make sure you're getting all the content coming out here from Whitt Acres. You can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching. Look at that. That is my first egg.